Hi, my name is Anne Cahill and I'm a design team member for Lulu Art 2017. Today I'm going to share with you how I created a page for my traveler's journal. I've always been a huge fan of Jane Davenport, so I was just so excited when she brought out her own range of art supplies. I'm using a design I created some years ago for when I used to do folk art and decorative painting. This design was created for a paper towel holder. I just used my computer, resized it, and traced it onto my watercolor paper. The mermaid markers are just full of beautiful, rich color. I draw with the mermaid marker where the darkest color would be. I then use my water brush and pull the color out. This creates a gradation of color from dark to light. I continue to fill in the body parts of the cat, moving to a different section each time, allowing the first section to dry. For the detailed areas, I add the color by touching the tip of the water brush to the tip of the mermaid marker and then applying it to the design. Making sure the first sections are dry, I can now work beside them without any fear of the colors running into each other and losing that nice bold line. I apply choppy strokes under his chest and then I use this to pull it into the body part, adding additional color as needed to fill the shape. I now add starfish to the inner ear and my water brush then pulls that beautiful rich color to the outer edge. I use this same color to fill in the mouth's ears and his little nose. My real life pussycats have blue eyes, but this boy is calling for green. I lay down patches of color for the mouth before using my water brush to blend it all together. I start to build shape on the cheeks by adding a wash of color to the bottom of each sphere. Next, I add a soft shadow color. This continues to help build the shape. To bring the head forward, I apply a shadow under his chin and I use this same color to chip into his chest fur. This breaks up the solid white color. I move to the background now to allow the cat to dry thoroughly before adding some extra details. I want the colouring to be really soft, so I apply it to my Teflon mat and pick it up with my water brush and then add it to my design. I apply the darkest colour closest to the cat and then drag it out. I've allowed my design to thoroughly dry before outlining with my black pen. I keep my outlining really loose and I'm not too particular about keeping it crisp and straight. I then go back and add extra detail by thickening portions of my line. This just adds character to the design. Keep the whiskers loose and free. No need to use a ruler here. Thicken the whiskers where they grow out of his face, leaving the other ends nice and thin. I add highlights to their eyes and nose using the white paint over pen. I also add some light within his ears and I loosen up his chest fur and little squiggles on his feet. I find a complementary washi tape, which I carefully rip down the middle and I apply that to the outer edge. Jane's range has these fantastic little tissue paper cutouts. It takes the hard work out of creating your own, and there's so many different colours and shapes inside the package. I use matte medium to stick them down, and I just keep building up the little shapes until I'm happy with the look. Once it's dry, I just trim it nice and closely to the edge with a pair of scissors. My word for today is create, and to tie it in with my design, I choose to use black. The easiest way to get a nice crisp design is to use the finger dabber to apply the paint. To tie in the tissue paper to my design, I continue by adding some of the same colour blue that I added around the cat. Before adding some splatters to my design, I protect the cat by placing some pieces of paper over him. Once he's dry, I slip him into my traveller's journal. For all these great art supplies and more, don't forget to visit luluart.com.au. Thank you for watching.